Hello to everyone who will probably be watching this as a replay. So I might do this kind of game more often, and maybe eventually I'll do this game as a opportunity to win a prize. So hi Queen Bees, hi April, hi P Davis, hi Sam. So this video is actually not about him. I just wanted to show you guys how cute he is in his little outfit that I'm probably gonna change him out of into like a set of pajamas or something. But I'll take pictures of him first. But yeah, there he is, so cute. Lion Diamond Nicole. Yeah, so there he is, and there's my Leo. Anyway, I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to show up to start the game. Waiting for some more people to start the game. Let's switch this camera around. Anyway, so yeah, I was supposed to go live yesterday. If you guys saw my video, I said I was going to go live, and I was. However, I started working on my midterm essay for one of my classes, and I got completely distracted and totally forgot. And by the time I remembered, it was so late at night that I was just like, it's no point. Hi Denise. So we're gonna get started with the game pretty soon. But I wanted to show you my work in progress. She doesn't look great right now. This is my Harlow kit. She doesn't look too good right now. I'm gonna put some more layers on her and some blushing, etc. And she should start looking better. I'm not too happy with her skin tone right now. So I'll probably also work on her in this video after I do the game. What was I gonna say? Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. How's your week been? I had a really weird week. I saw a cadaver for the first time on Wednesday, and I touched one. That was quite a weird experience, as you can imagine. Seeing a dead body for the first time is not always, well, not for the first time, but seeing a cadaver for the first time was quite a weird, shocking experience. So good but long. Yeah, for us, my week was actually kind of short because it snowed. So they canceled some of my evening classes, and so that saved me some class time. And then today, my anatomy class actually let out early. But right now I was going to go to a on campus. We have different events, obviously. So our one of the events they were doing tonight was a skate park, like a skate night, like a roller skating night at one of the local venues, and I was gonna go to that. However, I did so much today. Like I gave a whole tour, and I gave a whole tour. I had a meeting, I had class, and I worked. So I'm like, I'm too tired to go back out and go skating at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm an old man, so I'm too tired to do all that. So I was like, instead, I guess I would play this game with you guys. Yeah, good but long. Long. I read that. Mine was long too. Two sick kids. Yay. Oh gosh, getting over a cold. Everyone's been sick lately. It's kind of that time of the year. Everyone gets sick, and ugh. Yeah. So yeah, I was not gonna. I did a whole tour, and then I was not gonna go skating. My legs are already tired from touring the whole building. So I was like, nope. I have my own roller skates, so I can go skating literally anytime I want. I just, I want to go whenever. Anyway, people. It looks like people are actually leaving, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. So this is one of my favorite things to do is with people on the forum, the Bountiful Baby forum. One of my favorite thing to do is they do this thing on there sometimes. It's like a thread where it's guess that kit. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. I would prefer to wait for more people, but it seems like people are dropping off, leaving. So I'm gonna start the game anyway. Um, and maybe people who rewatch it will play it fairly and like pause the video and guess. If you do that, tell me how many you guessed correctly. So there's going to be 15 kits. The first level is going to be easy. Everyone should know these kits. I'm going to do my best. I have pictures of them, and I'm going to do my best to show them on camera, the pictures of them. It might not be the best quality because I printed it out from my work printer. But so let's start. Let's start with kit number 1. I didn't think of this through because I put them all on the same page. I'm gonna use a picture of me to cover the other ones. A baby picture of me. I'll use a baby picture of me to cover the other pictures up, so you can focus on the one I want you guys to focus on and guess that one correctly. I think everyone's gonna guess these ones correctly. That's why they're considered the easy. Okay, you can kind of see. So, who is the first kit that's uncovered? Can anyone guess? I'm going to try to bring it closer and give you guys a minute to guess. Can anyone guess the kit? He's very popular. Nope, it's not Darren. It's not a Reborn, it's a sculpted kit. I'm trying to show it without showing all the other ones. He does have, it is a Cassie Brace kit, and he has very distinctive lips. He's popular because of his lips. Any more guesses? Cassie Brace kit. Yep, Luciano. He is Luciano. Yep, that's Luciano. All right. Second one. You guys have to know this one. You got to know that kit. I'll let you guys guess. That second kit right there. That cute little face. Yep, Levi. Absolutely. That is Levi, who you actually just saw on camera earlier. My Levi. All right. Now, she's newer, but still just as popular. Who can guess that face? She's actually not one of my favorites, but she's very, very popular. Who can guess that kit? Guess that kit. Not June, not Joanna. Yes, it is Maddie. Yeah, you can see baby me. I'm using it to cover. But yes, that is Maddie by Bonnie Brown. And she's very popular. So I was going to say something important about her, but I can't remember. It'll come to me later. So I'm gonna do this game more probably in a different way. I just wanted to try this out, but I'll probably do it in a more organized way next time, and maybe do it as like an opportunity to win a prize. So probably like an outfit or something. But yeah, I just wanted to test this out on live. So. This is the fourth of the easy level. Thank you guys, my baby picture. I had a lot of hair, and I was very angry to be born. But yeah, so this is the last on this page, but not in the category. This is the 4th out of 5th. Can you guess that kit? Her distinctive smile. She has a very distinctive smile that a lot of people really like. Very popular kit. Hi Sandy, we're playing Guess That Kit. And I'm using my baby picture to cover the other kits. Although I don't need to at this point because I've already shown those other kits, so I'm going to move me out the way. Anyone can guess this one. She's often made as ethnic because the sculptor makes ethnic babies a lot. Here's a hint. She also, the same sculptor, not Savannah, not Maisie. Good guess though, not Maisie. The sculptor also sculpted the kit that I showed earlier that I'm working on. Same sculptor. Not Haley. I really thought this one would be easier. She's a very good sized kit. Yeah, she's been around for a while. A lot of people make her because of her size and her little smile and her little teeth. She has little teeth. Sorry, it's not the best quality. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see the face. Not Lorna Sands. Okay, I'll give you guys the sculptor. Laura Tuzio Ross is the sculptor of this baby. Not Camilo. I'll give you some seconds to guess before I give it away. Give you a little bit of time. I think she fits 3 to 6 months. She's a pretty big baby. Any more guesses? All right, no more guesses. This is Love Buggy. Little Love Buggy. Yep, that's Love Buggy. She's quite popular. I've seen a lot of versions of her, but oh, I'm surprised no one guessed her. But yes, that is Love Buggy. Yeah, she's a cute kit when done right. Otherwise, sometimes she gets a little creepy. But yeah, that's one of my favorite versions of her. Love Buggy. All right, so the last one in this easy level. I feel bad now calling it the easy level. The last one of the easy level is this kit right here. I know you guys have to know this kit right here. Yes, everyone knows him and loves this kit. And again, this is one of the kits that I own in my collection. Yep, it is 3 months Joseph asleep. Yep, everyone knows him and his chunky belly. I wish I had his. I should have bought his belly plate. I really like his belly plate. But yeah, I should have bought it as well and painted it for my Leo, but I didn't. But it's so cute. I love his belly plate. But yeah, that's Reborn. Joseph asleep, 3 month size. Always gotta specify that's 3 month size. Yeah, he is a big baby. All right, let's move on to the medium level. Again, I'll cover the other ones so no one guesses ahead. I tried to pick some of my favorite kits just to make it fun for me too. Okay. Who can guess that first kit right there in the medium tier level? He's quite popular. He's a newer kit. A lot of biracial and ethnic versions of him. Move him closer. Who can guess that kit? He is also a bigger baby, about 3 to 6 month size, if that helps anyone. Nope, not by Joanna K. Good guess, though. Similar, kind of similar sculpting. It's not Tobiah. Yeah, he's a very cute kit. He actually looks. He was the kit that I was going to paint as a portrait of myself. I'll show you guys late in a second why. I have a picture that kind of looks similar-ish. Not Vincent. Let's see if I can give you guys a hint. I'll give you the sculptor. It's also Laura 20 Ross kit, if that helps. It's also a Laura 20 Ross kit. She's one of my favorites. I love. She makes specifically like kits that look like ethnic babies, using the features and of ethnic babies. Yeah, it's definitely a Laura 20 Ross kit. I know, can't get it out. I saw him today. Yeah, I've seen every single version of him I have really liked. Not Yannick. I don't know how to say it. Yannick. I don't know. Jalen. Yes, it is Jalen by Laura Tuzio Ross. I really am seriously debating getting this kit, but I know if I paint him, I'll probably want to keep him, and that's the problem. So I don't know. I'm debating with that one because I'll show you a picture. Let's see if I can find the picture of myself. Why people want him to be my portrait baby. He looks kind of like I did. You probably, if you've been around a while, you've seen this picture of me and my mom. Let's see if I can focus. Let's see if I can focus the picture at all. But yeah, that's me and my mom. I don't know a lot of Laura of 20 Ross kits, but I can recognize her sculpts, her faces. Yeah, she has a very beautiful, unique style. But yeah, so that's me around the same age that the Jalen kit is, and I was thinking of doing a portrait of me. Yeah, I was a cute baby. I don't want to float my own boat, but I think I was pretty dang adorable. How big is Jalen? Jalen is 3 to 6 months size. He's a very nice size. He's like my favorite size. But yeah. So I was debating using this picture to create a portrait out of Jalen for myself, but I don't want any more dolls in my collection right now. So. But yeah, okay, and back to the game. Sorry for the diversion. um, got distracted there. Where did I leave off? Oh, yes. So the next kit, she's a very popular sculptress. She got into some trouble, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. She got into some trouble with her kits or something. Yeah, it's definitely a Tina Kiwi kit. Her kits, although this is kind of a trick question because a lot of her kits look similar. But can anyone guess the specific Tina Kiwi kit? It's sculpted to be a boy. I feel like if I didn't, if copyright wasn't a thing, I'd play some like Jeopardy music in the background or something while I let you guys guess. That'd be fun. Yeah, I like her kits a lot. I think again they look very similar, but they are all very cute little faces. She has a very unique sculpting style. Anyone else? Any guesses? It's a Tina Kiwi kit. Her kits are also pretty good size. Does anyone know this kit? Never saw this kit. I have no idea. All right, it is Gus by Tina Kiwi. Little Gus, although he's not really that little, if I remember. It's Gus. If David's pretty close, but yeah, it's Gus. I tried to do some of the lesser known kits for this medium level, and then the difficult level is very obscure kits. So I wouldn't expect anyone to guess the medium. But this is the last one of the medium tier. I've seen quite a few of this kit as well. I want to see if you guys can guess this one. Sorry about the quality. I'll leave. It's not a Sabine Alkirchen. Don't know how to say the last name. She's not the sculptor. It does look like a mad kit. He has an awake version. Yes, it is a Lorraine Yofi kit. He has a wake version as well that I also see commonly made. When I play this game again, I'll actually give people points for guessing the correct artist. Like maybe I'll give 1 point for guessing the correct sculptor, and then 2 points for getting the kit spot on. Just to make it fair, more of an incentive. He looks like he has gas pains. A little bit. I think it's a very realistic expression. Babies always seem to look like that, or they're making weird faces. Any more guesses? Like I said, it has an awake version. Yes, it is Gabriel. Congratulations, you got that correct spot on. This is Gabriel Asleep by Lorraine. I think it's Yofi. That's how you pronounce her name. Gabriel Asleep. I like the awake version more, but I see more of the asleep version of Gabriel. All right, so this is the last level. I could have gone more and done extremely difficult, but this is the last level, and these are pretty hard kits. Honestly, I don't really expect anyone to know who these kits are. I just wanted to see if anyone would. They're not common. They are from popular sculptors. Don't get me wrong. So I think maybe someone will guess the sculptor. So this is the first one of the difficult. Again, ignore my baby picture. It's not a part of it. But yeah. So can anyone guess that first picture, or at least the sculptor? Have not seen really many of this kit being painted. I think it might have been limited edition, sold out. Not quite sure. Let's see. What is everyone saying? Not Dominic Lake. It's not a Reborn, and it's not Dominic. Let's see. I know that one too. Yeah, I haven't seen too many of this one. Very popular sculptor, though. She makes some popular kits. But this is, I think, one of her less popular ones, or it was popular at some point. Give you guys a few more seconds to try to at least guess the sculptor. One of my favorite artists made a prototype of this one. It's not Lilu. Let's see if you guys can guess. Not Joanna. It's not a Reborn. It's a sculpted kit. Or were you asking about the sculptor? The sculptor is Nicole Russell. Yeah, these are some obscure kits. But again, I didn't choose any. I didn't choose any sculptors that were unknown. So they're all popular sculptors and Reborns. You just looked it up. Don't tell anybody. Okay. I'll just give it to you. This is Sophie by Nicole Russell. I'm hoping also by doing this type of game that people will learn more sculpts that they might be interested in, other than the same, the same sculpts that everyone buys. So I thought this would also be a good opportunity to show some kits that aren't commonly seen. So, yeah, so that is Sophie by Nicole Russell. All right. This second kit is really cute and it's really tiny. Um, so I'll give you that hint that it's a preemie sized baby. It's by also a popular sculptress. I don't know the word that you would use, and she has an open mouth. Can anyone guess that sculpt? That cute little face right there. Yeah, it is hard, especially when you get past the more common ones that you see. Can you guess that cute little face right there? Not a Stoet. I can't say your last name for some reason, but good guess. Good guess. It does look like it could have been one of her babies. Oh, I should have also told you guys, all these kits are either from McPherson's or Bountiful Baby. The Real Burns are the only ones from Bountiful Baby. The rest of these kits you can find on McPherson's Crafts. It's not a dwarf kit. Mm-mm. Cute baby, tiny baby. I think she's 16 inches and has an open mouth. Nope, not Toby not Toby. Nope, not Babette. Babette? Not Mick. Let me see if I can get better lighting. I like this game. I play it all the time on the forum, like guessing kits and stuff, because I, for some reason, have a really, really good memory, especially when it comes to things like kits and visual information. I'm really good at memorizing, so this is just one of the things I do for fun. So I would love if other people would play this on their channels so I could play it and see how well I do. But yeah, so this is a Jamie Lynn Powers kit. She makes a couple of popular kits. This is Leilani Louise by Jamie Lynn Powers. She's about 16 inches and she's super cute. And I would love her if only she wasn't 16 inches because she is open mouth, so she probably could take a modified pacifier. But I would have loved to paint her if she was like, 19, 20 inches. That'd be great. Oh my gosh. I would love her in that size. But she is really cute though. Want her now? Yes, she is Leilani Louise. I also like her name, Leilani Louise by Jamie Lynn Powers. So that's that cute little kit right there. All right, 3 more kits. This one is by also another famous sculptor. Has a lot of good kits. I don't know her work that well, but she has some cute babies she came out with one last year that has a tip on his chin. So cute. Yeah, I like her. I like her sculpting as well. So this is by a famous sculptor as well. She has kind of a distinct sculpting style, so you might be able to guess the sculptor, but maybe not the sculpt itself. Nope, not Dwayne. Cute little open-eyed boy. I like this skip as well. This sculpt as well. What did I just drop? Oh, I dropped a sponge. Let's see. It is not Claire Taylor. Good guess though. Her babies do kind of look similar. See, I told you this one was. I told you this level was really difficult. So yeah, I tried my best to get some like sculptors that are known, but these dolls might not have been known that well, or they're older. But all of them are on McPherson's, not Jack. I'll give you the sculptor. The sculptor is Phil Donnelly. See if that jogs some names for you guys. Phil Donnelly. Yeah, he's a really cute kid. He has a little, from what I could tell, he kind of has little teeth, or no, I think that's just spit bubbles. He has a really cute expression, though. So, this is Dylan by... Yes, it is Dylan. You got it. Dylan by Phil Donnelly. Really cute little boy. Alright. This one is a really... I guess no one's probably going to know this one at all. But you might know the sculptress. She's popular. Her kits look very similar. Her kits all have the same kind of look to them. She also makes some... This is a hint. She also makes some sculpts for Bountiful Baby, but this one is a limited edition one that's on McPherson's. She makes a lot of Bountiful Baby kits. In fact, the first Reborn that I ever painted was by this sculptress. Anyone can guess? Not Denise Pratt? Nope. Not Laura Lee Ingalls? No. Nope, not Huxley. His name starts with the R, if that jogs some memories of the kit. Yes! G. I don't know what's going on with my pronunciation today. Usually I'm pretty good at pronouncing names. It is Kian. It is Kian by Marissa May. Kian by Marissa May. Her sculpts all have that look to them. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So this is a limited edition kit. It's on McPherson's. It's Kian by Marissa May. She makes Sadie, and several other ones on Bountiful Baby as well. LG done leveled up. Yeah, I'm surprised that one was guessed. That was a good one. That was a very good guess. So this last kit, I say it's difficult because I've only literally seen one person make this kit. It is a Reborn. I'll give you guys that. I'll give you this kit that it is a Reborn kit. I've literally, like I said, I've only seen one person paint this kit. She's not popular. People don't seem to like her at all. Let's see if you guys can guess her. People don't seem to like her expressions, or what I think is the problem is I don't think people like her prototype pictures, and they kind of are weird. She kind of looks weird in them. Let's see if I can get some light on her. This is a Reborn. She is a Reborn. She looks like she just woke up. Right, she looks upset. She looks like she just got up and doesn't want to deal with life, which it happens some days. She is a Reborn, so it's a pretty big hint. I think she's about 19 inches as well. I can't remember. I think she's one of the few that doesn't have an asleep version. I think it's just an awake version. So that's also another hint for you guys to guess. I believe she doesn't have an asleep version, which is interesting. It's not Joanna. Hi, Iron Rose Adorable's personal collection. It's not Joanna. Nope. Her name starts with an M. Can anyone guess? This Reborn. Nope, not Matilda. She is a Reborn. Yes! You are on fire. Yes, this is Reborn Miranda. Like I said, not many people like her. I think it really is because of the prototype. The prototype's just not cute. If you look at the pictures online, I don't think it's that cute. I think it makes her look even weirder than the kit actually is. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that little portion. I think I'll do it. I'll have to get creative and do it like a different. Oh, you do. So she does have an asleep version. I thought she didn't for some reason. I thought she was one of the few that didn't have an asleep version. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll have to think of more kind of like streamlined way to do that. That's not me just holding up a picture. Maybe I'll do it so it's like, well, see, I want to do it live so people can guess in real time, but I don't know how to make it. I would love to know how somehow if I could do it live and like put it on the screen, but I don't think that's possible. But that would be so cool to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that either I don't want to say it was like a low budget game show type of feel, but yeah, I would love if you guys who make videos would do something like that because I would love to guess some kits, pull out my knowledge of kits. I when I'm looking, I know a lot of kits because I'm always looking for that perfect like that good size kit that I would face I love, and that's actually how I found my kit here that I'm painting for myself, and then someone else happened to have her for cheaper. I really I loved this face, and I found it by just I kept looking and looking and looking at kits on McPherson's and looking at kits on Dolls So Real and different sites. So yeah, I love looking at kits. I love all the different sculpts. So I love this game. Keep doing it. Yeah, I think next time I'll do it for like next time I'll do it when I get it together. I'll do it for like a prize of an outfit or something. I'll send you an outfit that I have. You could try one device in front of the other. I'm not sure if you have to dim the brightness. That could work. How's Bean going? Bean's already done. Bean's gone home. Bean has made it. So the lady who won Bean, um, actually lives in Barbados. However, she sent it to her sister. She sent Bean to her sister because she's going to be seeing her sister soon anyway. So Bean has made it to the winner's sister. Um, Safe and sound as far as I'm concerned. I think she said she arrived nice and safely. So that's good. So yeah, Bean is done. This kit that I'm painting now is for myself, for my personal collection. She is Harlow by Laura Tuzio Ross. She's gonna have green eyes. I haven't ordered her what I need to do is order her body and her eyes. I've been putting it off because I've been a little short of cash because, like I said in another video, they cut my hours because I was working too much and work study. With work study you are limited to a certain amount of hours you can work per. Well, you're limited to a certain amount of money that you can make per school year. They put you on a limit, so it's not fun. But they definitely have limited my hours. So yeah, this hobby is expensive either way. It is. That's why I'm trying to wait to buy her body next time I get paid, or I might just go ahead and get it soon in her eyes. Um, Hi Jennifer, happy to find you live. Yeah, I'll probably be live for a little while because I'm bored, but I wasn't I'm too lazy or too tired. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I didn't feel like going to this little event that I was going to go to today, this little roller skating event I was going to go to. Didn't feel like going to it because I got home at 5:30. The event started at 7. That's barely enough to put down my stuff and go back out. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live, play that game, I don't know. I was just like, nope, I don't feel like going out because also it gets dark early, and I was not trying to be caught outside in the cold because here it gets right now in Boone it is 20 degrees and the low tonight is 16, and that's without wind chill. So I was not about to get stuck outside tonight waiting for the bus to maybe show up, because the bus decides when it wants to show up. We have this app that lets you know kind of when the next bus is supposed to be showing up. It like tracks the buses, but it's not always accurate. So sometimes you're sitting outside and the bus says that it's coming to the stop in like 5 minutes. But next thing you know, you're sitting out there 15, 20 minutes and it's still saying 5 minutes. So I was like, I'm not risking that tonight. It's supposed to be a low of 16 without the wind chill. It's windy as heck outside, so that really means it's probably going to feel like -2. I was like, absolutely not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. It was not the move tonight. But plus, like I said earlier, I have my own roller skates, so if I really want to go skating, I can go on the tennis courts, which are nearby here, because it's flat. Sean, I missed the game. Yes, you did miss the game. It was a guess that kit game and it had different levels. So like easy kits. I had people guess like Levi and Maddie by Bonnie Brown, and then more difficult kits later on. Hi, John. Hi, Neola Peterson. Um, I'm good. I actually had a really good day. I finally got on here when you're live. Yes, yes. I had a really good day because I love, if you guys know me and you know my videos, I love talking. So giving tours, they call me the tour master at where I work in the health science building. They call me the tour master because I give the best tours. I love showing people around the building. It's super nice building, and I love explaining all the different labs and the majors that we have. So I love giving tours, but it's a big building. So I was walking around up and down the stairs and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm not in shape enough for all this walking." Cuz I hadn't given a tour in a while since they cut my hours. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to do this. I used to give this tour a couple times a week." So, but it was really nice to go back to giving a tour. I only gave a tour today also because the girl who is usually scheduled for the time when the tours are couldn't do the tour today, so I got to sneak my way in and give a tour. But yeah, I love giving tours in that building. I love that one on like because the groups are usually small groups of people who come to visit and learn about the college. So it's nice to have that kind of like small group and just, you know, get to talk to people about what they want to do with their career and what they want to do with their lives. I'm interested in people a lot, which is also why I want to do medicine because it's not just, you get the cut into people. It's I like hearing people's stories, and what a better way to do that than being a doctor. Hi Anne, how are you? How has your week been, everyone who's just joining in? I'd love to know how your week was. Hello, Diana, Ontario, Canada. I keep telling people because I have a lot of followers from Canada. I keep telling them, I'm like, you guys gonna have to let me come visit you guys in Canada. I really want to visit Canada. I haven't been out of the country, so I think Canada would be a fun place to go. I love hearing you talk because you're so intelligent. Thank you. Yeah, so how have you guys been who are just joining in? I'm working on my baby girl here. Should be done soon, relatively. Uh, at least her painting will be, and then I'm gonna root her as well. I'm gonna do something different with her that I would love to start doing with more of the dolls I sell, but I never know if someone wants the doll to be a girl, so I haven't done it before. But I want to put a magnet in her head so she can have a magnetic bow as well as a magnetic pacifier. So it's because we love you. Thank you. From Ohio. I spent a whole summer in Ohio. Can't remember where. I think it was Columbus, Ohio. Good week. Just got back from a deaf meet for my ASL class. Was fun. That sounds really cool, actually. Hi, Tomina. I'm in Maine, as close to Canada you can get without crossing the border. See, the furthest I've been, and a lot of people who have followed me for a while know this, the furthest I've actually traveled was for the Rose Doll show. It was in Salt Lake City was the farthest I've ever traveled, and I did it on my own. So that was quite an interesting thing because I had never on the way back. It was weird because I had never transferred planes before, like done a layover with a plane before. So I had to keep asking the TSA agents. I was like, am I in the right place? What am I doing? Is the plane gonna leave without me? Like, what do I do? How do I go? Where do I go? It was definitely a learning experience. So now that I've done that, I feel like I can travel anywhere. If I can travel and do figure all that out, and I had several dolls with me on the way back. um, on the way back, I had 3 dolls with me. So if I can figure all that out and have 3 dolls carrying them through with my baggage throughout the airport, I think I can travel anywhere at this point. It was quite an experience to go through TSA with not one, not two, but 3 reborn dolls. It was really simple though. They were really cool about it. I don't put dolls in a suitcase, and the reason why I don't do that is because I do not trust TSA, not one bit. I'm They're too precious to me, and I don't want them to be somehow lost and they're irreplaceable. So I never, ever, ever, ever put my dolls in a suitcase. I don't trust TSA to check them correctly. I don't trust them not to be tossed around too much. So yeah, I don't. I never put them in baggage. I just don't trust that. I will never do that. But yeah, so when I was traveling that time, coming from the Rose Doll show, I had my Realborn. What was that kit? Realborn Reese is the one that I painted for myself. He was my first biracial doll that I painted for myself. I kept him for a while, ended up selling him later. Um, I had him in my book bag, and then I had one Layla. If you guys remember Realborn Layla, I had one her. So she's a high quality doll, so I didn't even want to risk putting her in the book bag either. So I was carrying her, and then I also had bought at the show before I even won. I didn't know I was going to win Layla, so I had already bought myself a doll from the show, and that was my Realborn Joanna kit from one of my friends from the forum. Um, so I was carrying him on a chest. Uh, what are you? What do you want to call that? Like a carrier? Um, those carriers, the front carriers that you strap to your chest for like little babies. I had him in one of those. So you got to imagine, I garnered a lot of looks and attention in the airport, running through the airport trying to make sure I got to where I was supposed to be for my plane with 3 dolls. Although, they could only see two. But I looked absolutely insane because I also had my bag. I had a book bag on, and then I had my duffel bag in one arm. But, I did it. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. And that was one of those things that you got to do because I did not expect to come back with 3 dolls. I expected to come back with two. So it was a little fun, unexpected thing. I'm okay. I do have a headache, sweetheart. I took some ibuprofen, waiting for it to kick in. Oh, I'm sorry you have a headache. I hope you feel better. Yeah, I hope that ibuprofen really works. True. Wow, so true. Sean, do you like the Maggie kit? Maggie. Is Maggie the full body kit? I can't remember the artist. Is Maggie the full body kit that has a male version, Maddox? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Maggie, the full bodied one. I don't know any other Maggie. LOL, they're probably like, how many babies does he have? Yeah, exactly. They were like, what is happening? Why is this? Because I'm really short. If you met me in person, you knew. especially if you guys who met me at the Rose Doll show, you know I'm really, really short. I'm really, really short. And I had all these things going on. They're probably like, who is this 12-year-old running? Where is this 12-year-old's parents running through this airport like that with all these babies? Because if you just glance while I'm walking, the babies look real. No, not the full body. Then, yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about. Are you talking? Yeah, are you talking about Maddie? Maddie by what's her name? Sorry, my mind just blank. Bonnie Brown. Maddie by Bonnie Brown. Is that who you're talking about, Jennifer? I will send you a pic on Instagram. I won her through Katie's Precious Angels Reborn. I'm so excited. Congrats! That's a good prize. Is it Bonnie Brown? Do you know if it's Bonnie Brown kit? Because if so, I definitely know who you're talking about. She's not my favorite. A lot of times, Maddie, depending on the artist, can look kind of weird. I don't know how to explain, but sometimes whoever, depending on the artist who paints her, Maddie can look kind of scary. She kind of looks like she's about to do something bad. But I have seen some cute Maddies recently that made me second think that it must be just depending on who paints her. Um, I saw a really, really cute version of Maddie the other day. That I was like, wow, okay. I didn't like that kit for a second, but I really, really like that version. Working on this girl, hoping to finish her this weekend. Her main painting, at least. I don't know about details because I do have to finish and start on one of my midterm essays. So I'm already almost done with one of my midterms. Like I literally have half a page left for that midterm, and then I need to start on the other one. But that one's not even due until March 5th. But you know, I'm that kind of student. I want to be ahead of it. That's also why I do all my readings over the weekend because I want to be ahead of it so I don't stress myself out even more during the week. Yeah, it is. It's all how an artist paints them. I'm starting to see that definitely. Precious Paz has gorgeous ones. I love her work, and a lot of people agree too. Her work, although her style is not for everyone, I really, really, really love her work. Her work just really inspires me. I think eventually I want to try to do a baby like she does, kind of her like really, really purple kind of look, the really newborn look. I love it so much, and I think one day I'll try it just to try it. Not to steal her style, but I just think it would be interesting to at least try to see if I could do it. Obviously, it won't be anywhere near her quality of work because she's amazing, and I just have like I don't know if you guys get this, but I get like artist crushes. Like I have crushes on the work of artists, not probably the artists themselves, although some artists are really pretty, but I get like crushes on their work. Like I get so fond of their work, I just can't get enough of it. So I have a couple of artist crushes. One is Precious Paz. One is Ashley Thacker, who as well is painting a baby for me. She was the one who did Layla as well, and I'm very excited. Something about her work I just love. Um, so yeah, another one is Ashley Thacker, Sweet Beginnings, Reborn Nursery. And then another one is gosh, why can't I remember her nursery name? Dummy Dashers. I think her name is Cleopatra. I think that's her name, Cleopatra. That's how my son is with his college work. Likes to stay ahead. See, and that's how that's smart. That's how we get ahead. You know, we in the work career is doing it ahead. I've never really been good at procrastinating. Even when I tell myself, give yourself a break. You can procrastinate. You have time. You can do it. I can never like procrastinate. Like my midterm is only 4 pages long, and I started it way ahead of time, and now I just have that half page left that I could finish in like seconds. Yeah, I want her one of hers so bad, but my wallet says no. Yes, it's so expensive, but her work is worth it to me. But yeah, no, that's like a down payment on a car. Her work, a lot of people are like that. Good, so I'm not crazy. It's not just me who has like these crushes on like painters and sculptors. Yes, my wallet says, no. Yeah, no, maybe when I'm a doctor and I'm making, uh, six figures, maybe I'll be able to. That's my dream. Isn't that crazy that one of my dreams is with my money, I'll be able to have the most beautiful dolls, the prototype quality dolls. Isn't that it's a little bad that that's one of my one of my things that I would love to do with my money. Because I am very good at budgeting. You guys know that I'm very good at budgeting. So all of my money won't go to like, even when I'm making six figures, I'm probably gonna be living in like a little house, a tiny house. I love tiny houses. I'll probably live in a little tiny house and have a normal car. I probably won't even buy a new car because I just think that would be a waste of money. So I probably would buy me a nice used car and a tiny house and call it a day. And then all my extra money will go to probably getting dolls and donating money because I won't need it all. That's my plan anyway. I would love to donate money, a lot of money. I sent you a pic. I'd have to look at it after live because I'm on my phone. I can't pay a whole lot of money for dolls. Yeah, most people can't. I definitely can't right now. But one day. And I would love one of my dreams for this hobby is when I do start making, good amount of money. Hopefully I'll still be around making videos, but I want to be able to not only give away a doll, I want to be able to give away like maybe even a silicone one day. Because at that point, surgeons, if I do end up becoming a surgeon like I dream, um, surgeons make, orthopedic surgeons specifically make on average 400,000 a year, and if I'm living in a tiny house with a normal car, I'm not going to need 400,000 a year. Maybe initially just to pay off some loans, but even then, like, that's payments I can make. I would love to be able to do that one day. Or not, even if not a silicone, I would love to be able to give away like a high quality doll. Not just one that I paint myself. I imagine I'll also continue to make dolls as well, but I will never make my dolls over $500. Because what would be the point of that? What would be the point of that? No matter how talented I might get at this, I've always told people I don't want to be one of those artists, really. Even though my work might eventually get worth over that amount, I don't think I would want to do that. No, not a dream and inspiration. I'm new to the Reborn doll. I'm currently trying to do an ethnic doll, but I'm using the Haley kit for Bountiful Baby. Haley. Is she the big toddler one? Toddler kit? I think she's like what? She's really big, isn't she? If so, toddler kits are not the easiest to start off with, especially if you are doing ethnic, because it's hard to blend on make the skin tone even on large surfaces like that. Which is why this kit has been kind of difficult, even though she's um, around 22 inches, but she's been a little difficult to blend because she's got some big arms and big thighs, man. And my Joseph that I painted for myself, he was also difficult to kind of blend. And she's also difficult because I want to make her a little bit darker, like a medium skin tone. So I've been trying to really blend without making it super uneven. A little unevenness is okay because overall I'm going to put a couple washes on top of this skin tone layer that might even her out some. Tomina, since I scanned me, they're the only I can only get a baby if I win a baby, and that's okay. That's why I would love to be able to give more away than I do, but you guys know I'm on a limited income at the time period, and when I do make dolls, I don't really make too much. I make a profit, but not too much at the price that I sell them for. But yeah, I have had 28 leg surgeries, so I need another good orthopedic surgeon because mine moved back to Canada. Wow, 28. That is a lot. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine that. Your work is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, that's a lot of surgeries. I couldn't imagine that, but that's what I want to do. I want to be able to help people regain some of their mobility or be able to cope with that pain. Because joint and bone pain is something on a whole nother level of pain. Like that's some pain that not a lot of people can even fathom how painful joint and bone pain are. My mom herself had three knee surgeries when she injured herself in the police department. So yeah, she has told me it's some of the worst pain ever is kind of that joint and bone pain. I took on painting a vampire with real skin overlap. That's challenging to blend. Yes. Hi Rose, you're running late. That's okay. You can always rewatch my lives, but yeah, right now already done the game, and now I'm just chatting, hanging out, working on my little girl here. Um, hey, do you have any tips for applying the ethnic skin tone? All I know for me, since I'm still very much a beginner artist and I'm not the best or as great as I would like to be, is I make sure I do pretty thin layers and then I blot off the excess paint, which is what I'm doing right now. I brush it on and then I blot off the excess paint. Yeah, so yeah, that's the only tip I can think of is make sure your paint is pretty thin with ethnic skin tones because I see a lot of ethnic skin tones that get really chalky really quick because or splotchy because people either don't do it thin enough or they don't blot it off fast enough and then it starts drying, and when it starts drying it gets harder to blend. I don't know if you can see any. Oh gosh, I hate this lighting. I don't know why, but this is where I sit to paint, so I can't really. I could go somewhere else, but this is where I'll have all my paint stuff. So you can't really see her skin tone actually, but I thought I would try to show you guys her skin tone. It's not really showing up, so sorry about that. I think you do great work. I think I do good work for just starting, is what I want to say. I think I definitely do good work for being starting last year in May. So what I've been doing painting for less than a year, and I chose to focus on the most difficult, which is ethnic dolls. So I think for my what I started off doing, I definitely am doing pretty well. I'll have to show you guys my first doll that I ever painted. It was good. It was a Caucasian doll, and it was good, but I definitely could have used more color. I was afraid to add too much color um, and make her look crazy, but I ended up repainting her. That was the Sadie that I was talking about earlier. I ended up repainting her as biracial and selling her. Um, but yeah, she was my first one, and well, she was the first Reborn kit that I painted. I had repainted an Ashton Drake before that with air dry paints, and that did not go well. But she did end up selling, but she did not look cute. I love the undertones and the super detailed ethnic babies, but because they're rarely well done, the prices are insane. Yeah, I agree. So this year, I also mentioned this in my video where, like, I was like saying my New Year resolutions. I want to get better with adding details like shading, because that really is what takes your ethnic dolls to a whole nother level. Is shading and those little details like that shading and all the different little skin details. I definitely am going to work on this year. So with her, I'm going to try some shading, just some light shading um, on her limbs and around her nose and eyes. I did a little bit of shading on the Cheyenne and a little bit of shading on Bean, but not too much because I was too afraid to mess it up on dolls that I was sending out or selling. So I'll do some shading on this baby that I'm painting for myself. So practice on that. Let's see. I do undertones though. I do. Not sure how to structure that. I do undertones, um, and overtones as well. Because a lot of people do undertones and they don't do overtones. It's weird. I don't know. Do you watch the tutorials on YouTube? No. I watched them in the very beginning. Didn't find them helpful. Um, for whatever reason, I just never connected to them. Jennifer. I lucked out with my ethnic twins. I bought such a good coloring. I'm a very visual like learner when it comes to painting, so I have access to an ethnic tutorial, but it's all just like papers. It's like just pages and pictures, and I need like I need more of like watching someone apply the paint so I can see how they're applying. I want to see how fast they pounce off in order to kind of time it for myself, but obviously pictures you can't see all that, and I don't know, I can't really. And then a lot of people in their tutorials never show you how thick their paint is, so sometimes I think my paint is too thin, but I don't know because no one shows how thick their paint is, and that's very important to know when you're doing ethnic, is seeing how thin some thin someone's paint is, um, and kind of like the proportions of the paint that they're using. Crystal Rainey's a Miracle Baby Nursery for ideas, and now I'm nervous about my first doll. I always tell people not to be nervous because um, I thought that I would never be able to paint, let alone ethnic babies. I thought that was going to be way above what I could ever do. Um, but I just started trying and messing around, and before you know it, I was painting some dolls, and it's going decent. Yeah. So I always tell people not to be afraid to at least try because you never know what you're really good at unless you try something. The artist I know said it took her almost 30 layers to get the color right. Yeah, I imagine that's about average for my dolls since they're mostly medium skin tone at the most. Like the darkest they have gotten has been a medium biracial light ethnic. My dolls usually take about 10 to 15 layers depending. I lost track of how many layers she has. This kit. I think she probably has at this point probably 12-ish layers I'm going to go with. I think she has 12 at this point. So she's doing pretty well as far as for having 12 layers. Her skin tone's deepening. But I've been trying out some color mixtures with her that I haven't used before, and also her vinyl was different. So a lot of Bountiful Baby, she's not a Bountiful Baby kit, which is what the point I'm making. So a lot of Bountiful Babies kits are very very neutral vinyl. If you get the Realborns, which is mostly what I've been painting, most of the Realborns are very very blank, so they're very like stark white, and you don't really have to neutralize their vinyl. Her, on the other hand, since she is a sculpted kit from McPherson's, her vinyl was different. Her vinyl was a lot more pink than I was used to. I chose not to neutralize her because I wanted to kind of see how it would look without it being neutralized, having this pink undertone. And part of me thinks I really should have actually neutralized her. So I'm not sure if I like it as much as I thought I would. I thought the pink vinyl was going to add like a interesting undertone to her. It's not been my favorite, so I'll probably do like a green layer on her to counteract at the end some of the pink undertones. I'll do like a green because that's opposite on the color wheel. of pink, so I'll do a green. That's another thing I always tell people who are just starting off painting. It's really, really good to get some knowledge of how the color wheel works. So if you don't like the way a color is looking, you can do the opposite of that color to counteract it. That's often what I do when they start getting really, really orange, because brown tends to get really, really orange for some reason when you're painting on these dolls. And I'll counteract it with like a thin blue layer to kind of cut down on some of that. And then if it gets yellow, which doesn't happen as much, but if it gets too yellow, these dolls, I'll do a purple to counteract that. So knowing the color wheel is very important when you're painting these dolls, especially if you're doing ethnic dolls that have more tones that will build up. If that makes any sense at all. I don't know if that made any sense. In my head, it made sense, you guys. Isn't that what matters? In my head, it made all the sense in the world. Yeah, so she's on layer about, I think, 12. Then I'll bake this layer and just keep the process rolling. It's very, it is repetitive, but it's kind of like you kind of lull yourself into a pattern, and it's not so bad. Paint, pounce, wait for it to dry, bake. So also, I would like to mention I don't bake every layer of skin tone. That would be so much baking. I bake about every two, so I'll do two skin tones and then a wash, and then I'll bake it. So this is her second skin tone layer of this cycle. So I might do a wash on top of her if I feel like she needs one when she dries. But yeah, I do not, most people also don't do that. Bake every single layer. That would just be a lot and probably would be really bad for your vinyl, really bad for you to bake every single layer. Can imagine would be not great for your um, respiratory system. So if you see what I'm doing now, I'm using my little brush to get into her creases. Crystal Rainey uses thinning medium with her paint. Is this another option for beginner? Sometimes in my darker skin tone layers, I'll add some thinning medium in just because it makes the paint thicker without making the paint chalky. So sometimes I'll add some thinning medium in, but thinning medium is expensive. So for the most part, I just use my Gamasol as the main base for the paint. This is a thinner that I use. And then I'll add in a little bit of Mona Lisa to thin it out some more. And then, like I said, for some darker layers, I'll do, like for the lips especially, and for the creasing, I will do thinning medium as a bigger component of that mixture. But some people just use thinning medium. I find that hard to do because the paint is thicker when you use thinning medium than with like Mona Lisa. And because the paint is thicker, for me, it's harder to blend. Um, I'm probably just not doing it right, but I find that if the paint, because I've tried this on like a test limb, and it didn't look right, and it was just harder for me to blend. And I would also like to add that if you just use thinning medium, it also kind of adds a texture. So if you don't want that texture, don't use only thinning medium. Um, Use something else to thin it out some more, because it'll add like a raised texture where you can kind of feel where your brush strokes went or where you pounced off the paint. All right, so her arms and head have this layer on it, layer number 12. She is so cute, you guys. I'm so excited. Hi, Davis. I'm a Factor Davis. Hello, Jordan's Reborns and friends. You guys missed the game, but you can rewatch it. And I'll probably be doing more versions of that game, more organized versions. um, but I'm working right now. I'm just chatting with people because, it's Friday night. It's fun to chat with people. And I'm just working on the kit that I'm painting for myself, Little Miss Harlow by Laura Tuzio Ross. I call her little, but she's really not that little. I don't know why I said little. She's a chunky girl. Although I will, so what I don't like about this kit, the only thing I don't like about this kit is her head. I don't like her head shape at all. I think it's too elongated, and it's not. This is not from me. I got her this way. If you saw the box opening of her, of the kit, her head is just shaped so weird. But I'm gonna be rooting it anyway, so shouldn't matter too much. But otherwise, she is so cute, you guys. So cute. I love this face. I'm so excited that I'm getting close to finishing her painting. Um, very close to the skin tone that I want. So I'm gonna keep going and going and on. I'll let you guys know how many layers I end up doing on her. But right now I'm about 12 skin tone layers. I did some under layers and I did her veins, of course, and blue shading first. That's a big old head. Yeah. Her head is insanely big. Her hands and feet are also quite big. Let me get Joseph next to her so you can see her how big her hands are compared to Joseph. 3 months. And Joseph, by the way, is a big, big kid. Okay. So here's Joseph. He is named Leo, if you guys don't know his name. My big boy. Hi, Miss Serenity. This is my big guy. If you guys didn't see the cute little video I posted last of him outside, we built a snowman outside, and I took some photos of him with the snowman. I love those pictures. Those are some of my favorite pictures I've taken, and they are so cute with him in the snowman. So, big old boy. Yeah, he is huge. So let's see her open hand next to his open hand. I'm gonna try to. You see how big her hand is? It's really close to his hand size, which is crazy to me. So, yeah, she's got big hands, big feet. The big feet is good though. I think they're actually quite proportionate when you see her all together. But yeah, she does have big hands and feet. And let's see her foot. This I haven't painted yet. So this is her foot. He has really chunky feet. Let's see if I can take off his little sock that he had on. His feet are weird because they're chunky, but they're not too big. But it'll make it easier to find her shoes, though. See her foot, how big her foot is, too? But with the rest of her, I think it makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, he's really short and fat. That's him. So yeah, so she's got big little feet, and she's a really good size though. Even her she's chunky, but not as obviously as chunky as him. I don't think any kit is as chunky. You guys tell me, have you seen a kit that's as fat as this little baby? Yeah, her feet are bigger. Yeah. Yeah, when she's done, she'll be about 22 inches, so perfect. A really, really solid size. Have you guys, I've never seen a kid fatter than him. And it, again, every time I see him, I'm like, that was a real baby this size. The kit version of him, just the blank kit version of him, I weighed it before I started painting him. The blank kit of him is about 2 pounds. So, yeah, it's absolutely insane. Empty blank kit of him is already 2 pounds. So I didn't weigh him too much. Like he's weighted up to his knees and his elbows, and he's weighted in his head a little bit, but not too much. So he is about, I think, 9 pounds, 10 pounds maybe, as is. He might be a little less than that. No, but I have a grandbaby as fat as Leo. Yeah. See, I've seen real babies fatter than him, but I haven't seen a kit as big as him. um, especially not at 3 months old. But yeah, so he's I really like how I weighted him. Like even yesterday, when the girls that I met were carrying him, they loved how he carries. He carries so like I don't know. He carries so nicely. Yeah, he no. That's why I have not rooted him because his head is ridiculously big. This is my head, and this is his head. This is a 3 month old that was this size. Gosh, he's just and if you know anything about Reborn Joseph, he has a newborn version that was only 18 inches, and he was just a little tiny thing. So this happened in 3 months. I'm gonna go lay down, Sean. I'm sorry. Love you. All right. Good night. Have a good one, Jennifer. Nice seeing you around. Do you think he is bigger than Maddie? I think he might be. I think he actually might be because he wears anywhere from like 6 to 12 months, and from what I understand, people are putting Maddie mostly in 6 months. So a lot of what he wears a lot of what Joseph has to wear is 9 months and 12 months, but he can fit some 6 month things. It really depends on the brand. But yeah, for the most part, I've been seeing people put Maddie in 3 to 6 months and 6 months, and it fits her fine. So yeah, he's definitely bigger, I think. But that's I don't know because I haven't seen a Maddie next to him, or I haven't seen a Maddie compared to a Joseph in size. So, but when I have all my collection dolls in my collection, when they all are together, I'll do a comparison video for size. Again, I've done one before when I had other kits, but I think it would be good to do a comparison video. So I'll have Levi, my Amias, which is the Levi by Ronnie Brown kit, and then I'll have her Harlow by Laura Tuzio Ross, and then the kit that I'm not telling people yet that Ashley's painting for me. So I'll have 4 dolls to compare, and they're all different sizes. So I think that would be very good to see. Did you do his hair paint? Yeah, I did. It's Prismacolor. It's not the best. I'm really not good at it, but I was sick of seeing him bald. And I tried shading on his head, and I hated how it turned out. So I wanted to cover that as well. But yeah, he's a big little squishy guy. He really does snuggle really well. Um, this is a bad view of his coloring, but I really like his coloring. He's beautifully colored. He's one of my favorite skin tones that I've done is his coloring. But yeah, so I forgot why. Oh yeah, I brought him out to show you guys his hands and feet next to him. But I'm gonna put him away now, and I'm gonna paint these layers on her legs so that can dry. Yeah, so got something to drink because I've been talking. Love your videos. You did a great job. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, if you guys don't know, my Joseph is actually the one that I painted for my tutorial. Just showing people, how I paint my dolls and how I got him to that skin tone. Yeah. So I do have videos showing you guys how I actually ended up with his skin tone. Step by step, I told you guys how many layers I did to get to his skin tone, what I put into the skin tone mixtures for him to get that skin tone, and everything I explained in those videos on my channel. He looks like my Uncle Bobby. I hope that's a good thing. I think he's cute. Before I painted him the first time, I did not like Joseph. Yeah, before I painted him for myself, I did not like Joseph. I did not like his kid at all. There was just something about him that I did not like. I did not like him at all when I would see pictures of him. And then I've painted my first Joseph asleep 3 months, and I just really liked the kid. Had a bad experience with that, but then I was like, well, I want to paint him for myself to kind of, because I really liked how he turned out, and the lady didn't, whatever. But by painting for him for myself, it just made me so happy, and I'm really happy to have him in my collection. He's been in my collection for a little while, um, so he'll be in my collection probably for a little while longer. I really like his size. You guys know how I feel about my Leo. I really like him. So he'll probably stick around for a while. Eventually, maybe after my birthday and I probably get birthday money, I would like to send him off to get rooted because I prefer dolls that have hair. I think it's just more realistic if they're not going to be bald to have hair. So I think eventually I'll send him off to get rooted by someone who won't charge me an arm and leg to do it, so that he has some hair. Because I love Josephs with hair; they're so cute. So, but not a lot of people want to root his big old head. So, so yeah, I'll eventually get him rooted, but yeah, he's a big chunky guy and I like him a lot. And I also obviously guys know how I feel about my Levi kit, my Amias, my sweet boy, who was in this video earlier, and I'll probably bring him out again over for you guys, just for your viewing pleasure. After I finish painting this layer on her legs, I'll bring him over for you guys to just look at because he's just so cute. Levi's are so cute, and I will stand by that. Even though they are super popular, everyone has a Levi or has had a Levi almost. Um, it's a funny story though about Levi. I thought Levi was a little overrated because everyone had them, obviously, or like I said, would have them or had a Levi or would want a Levi. And I was like, well, gosh, this kid's obviously overrated. Everyone wants one. It must be overrated. And then I saw a Levi for the first time at in person at a Rose Doll show, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I held him, and I was like, oh, I get it. I absolutely get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I know why everyone has a Levi. They are just. He's like a perfect sculpt. I don't know what it is about him. The little face, I don't know, the little hands, little arms, little curled feet. I don't know what it is about Levi's. They are just like magic little kits. I don't know what it is. But yeah, and then so I was gonna get one at Rose Doll Show because someone there was a lady who was selling him, but he was a little bit over the price that budget that I put myself on. I think he was like, looking back, he was obviously a very good price for a Levi, but at that time that was more than I was willing to pay for a doll. Um, if you guys know anything about me, I only collect biracial and ethnic dolls. So he was a African American version of Levi, and he had rooted hair. And I think she had him priced at like $300 or something. I think it was 350. I think yeah, he was priced at 350. I had set myself a budget around 300 max, which you can definitely get a doll for at the Rose Doll Show for that. Um, Ethnic dolls are a little harder to get at that price point at the Rose Doll Show, but it's definitely doable. I did end up getting, like I said, my Joanna was definitely within that price range. So I was like, okay, well, I'll come back and maybe if I convince myself that I can afford it, I'll go back and get that Levi because he was cute. He wasn't. I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't the best quality, but for that price, I guess he was okay. So now I'm actually, obviously, with how things turned out, I'm very happy that I did not buy that Levi because, I wouldn't have my Levi version that I have if I had bought that Levi version. Um, but by the time that I came back and I was going to negotiate with her, he had literally just sold. That Levi version had just sold. The girl was walking away with him, and I was crushed. I was like, oh man, I was gonna up my budget and everything to get that Levi. But yeah, she had just bought him um, from the booth, and I was like, oh man. But yeah, if anyone was there at the Rose Doll Show, that happened, and I was like, oh my gosh. But it was not meant to be. That was not meant to be my Levi, and things work in mysterious ways. And so now I have my beautiful Levi, who I love so much. And he's just, oh, I love taking. I can't stop taking pictures of him. I know it shows like it looks like I'm taking like favoritism by how many pictures I take of my Levi, but that's just because he photographs so nicely. And my Big Joe, he's harder. He's harder. Leo is harder to photograph. For me, I don't know what it is about him. I just feel like I can't get his skin tone to show up perfectly um, on camera, especially because I take a lot of my photos at night because that's usually when I am home, is at night. So a lot of times I don't take as many pictures of Leo because it's hard to get his skin tone to photograph true to its coloring and do him justice in pictures at night. But um, yeah, I want to get some more photography lights. That way, I could also use them obviously for the dolls that I paint and take pictures at any time. If I get some photography lights, but that's neither here nor there. Big hands and feet, but she's proportionate. Yeah, it's weird. It's very proportionate, so it doesn't look crazy at all. Like if you saw my Instagram, I posted like her unpainted, and she looks very proportionate. But yeah, her hands and feet are quite big. They're big. Uh, Now you would think she would wear like a size two. I had bought her a size two shoe from Walmart and had to return it because they were just a little bit way too big. Not way too big, but like a little more bigger than I would thought it would have been for her foot size. But so she wears like size one shoe, which again are not that hard to find. Newborn is where shoes are very hard to find. Newborn shoes are ridiculously difficult to find. So when I see newborn shoes, I tend to get them. Um, Newborn stuff in general is hard to get. It's, well, depending on where you are. For me, it's hard to get newborn stuff here. But yeah, so. Hi, Jessica. Denise said, I need to get one. Yes, everyone get a Levi. Also, just Bonnie Brown in general is the sweetest person. She really is super sweet. I really enjoyed talking to her at Rose. Um, Too bad I am not going back this year because I think she is going again this year. But yeah, I really enjoyed talking to her. She's really nice, and she commented as well on the box opening of my Levi. So that was really nice that she took time out of her, I'm sure, very busy life and commented on my video. It made me really happy to see that she actually watches videos just like everyone else. She's like one of the sculptors that I have like a sculptor crush on. She's pretty too, but that's not the point. Or preemie. Yes, preemie is hard. Need to go do my therapy before I go to bed. So good night, and I'll rewatch this again. Love you, Sean. You're a good grandson. All right, have a good one. Take care of yourself and have a good weekend. Just joining. What did I miss? So you missed the game where I played kind of like guess this kit. You can rewatch that later if you want to see what that was. I'll be doing it probably more often, and when I get myself together, I'll probably do it for a prize of like a small prize, so like an outfit or something later. Um, just showing what yeah, that's basically what you missed. Now I'm just painting and chatting and hanging out. So Levi is Levi. I'm talking about the kit because not a lot of people know the names of my dolls. Levi is the kit name. My Levi, his name is Amias. So it was Leo that was actually next to the snowman, who's Joseph 3 months. Where can I get a Levi doll kit? I think McPherson's has them in stock. I might be wrong, but I think McPherson's has Levi kits in stock. You can also just get like an artist to make you a custom version of one. But yeah, I believe McPherson has the blank kits. Making sure I don't let the paint build up in the creases. I hate that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when people let the creases build up with paint and they don't clean them out. Oh my gosh, one of my biggest pet peeves. My youngest son's name is Levi. Yeah, Levi is a good name. I think it makes sense for him, but I hate leaving the kit names as their names. I like to personalize it. So I'm still struggling. I don't know which name I'm going to choose for my Harlow kit by Laura Tuzio Ross, which is who I'm painting right now. I don't know what name I'm going to go for her because Harlow really, really does fit the kit to me. It's such a perfect name for her. But I don't, like I said, I don't like leaving the kit name as the name I choose for them. So I'm battling with what name to choose for her. I just hate leaving that. It feels so like kind of impersonal. It makes it like it's part of like the nesting process for me. Is I really love choosing names for the dolls. So I'll sit online. I'll look and look and look at baby names, unique baby names that aren't too like crazy. Like oh my gosh, if you see my one of my other lives, I was talking about the baby names that people choose for their dolls, which is okay. Sure, you'll choose that name for a doll, but if you name a baby doll that maybe I'm concerned that he would name a real baby some of the crazy stuff they named their dolls. Like this one girl named her doll something crazy that had like it had like four apostrophes in it. And I was like, that's just ridiculous. What is the point of that? So I've seen like some crazy names that people name their dolls and probably name their children, but um, that'll probably get them picked on or just won't people won't be able to pronounce them or know where to even begin with their names. But that said, I do love unique names that kind of have like a earthy feel tone to them. Don't know if that makes any sense. I love nature inspired name. Brenesme. That's a good name. Samantha. My cousin's name is Seven. See, that's I've heard of someone else. I think it was a celebrity who named their child Seven or Cinco or something. But I'm talking about like someone named their child. What did they name their child? Something crazy. Sometimes object names are kind of weird. Like I wouldn't name a child like what's a ridiculous name that you would name an like a object that you would name a child? Like what's a crazy name I've heard? Yellow, which is a color. I've heard the name blue, which is not that bad, but I mean like yellow is just kind of weird. I don't know why. It just feels weird to have that as a name for a person, you know. Blue, I guess you can depending especially depending on the way you spell it could definitely work as a name, but colors like yellow and green. I don't think most people would name their kid that, but I've seen people name their kid like periwinkle and crazy things. I've seen a lot because I've been to 10 schools and I've seen some crazy names in my time in schools that I'm just like, really? That's your name. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. But maybe I'm just crazy. A celebrity named her kid Apple. For me, see, that's not that bad. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know where the line is, but for me, that's not weird. But naming you something like grape would be, or banana. The apple, I can get around. I don't know. It's just something about the way that the word sounds as a name in my mind. And my when I say it, it kind of is like okay, apple, sure, but banana is weird to me. I don't know. I'm crazy. Mackenzie or Willow. See, Willow is one I've been actually thinking about for her because it's like I said, it's a nature themed name, and I think it would fit her. So I've been actually really thinking about Willow lately, and I also want the names to sound good together. So my current dolls that I have are Brick. Yeah, see, that would be a weird one. So the current dolls that I have are named Leo Alexander. That is my Joseph 3 months that you guys just saw a little bit ago. Leo Alexander, and then speaking of color names, my Levi kit, his name is Amias Gray. I love the name Amias. It's very uncommon. I found it randomly because I do random name generators, and that was just one of the names that came up, and it means loved, to be loved. So yeah, I love that name, and it definitely fits him because he's definitely loved. Um, his name, and then Gray, I thought just paired with it really well. So I put a lot of contemplation into the baby's names. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy to do that, to think all of that through, but I do until and I'll do the same for when I have real kids. Obviously, I'll put so much thought into the names that maybe 9 months won't be enough. They might be nameless for a few days after my child is born, because I want to make that name that really sounds good together, that they can carry on for their rest of their lives and be able to get jobs with, without being like, your name is what? Your name is huh? Autumn Rain. That's a really sweet name. I knew too many Autumns, so it'd just kind of be weird if I announced that I named a doll Autumn. My friends would be like, I know 4 Autumns," and they would be like, "So you named your doll after me?" And I'm like, "No." So Autumn Rain wouldn't work for me personally, but I really do like that Autumn Rain together. Will you do an Asian kit? Bountiful Baby has one. I think she's beautiful. Yes, I would love to paint an Asian kit. I just haven't gotten around to doing it because um, I'm trying to focus on the biracial skin tones, getting that together. But I would love to do an Asian kit, so that'll probably be one I do eventually. So currently in my stash of kits, I only have 2, and one I'm actually wanting to sell because I really don't think I want to paint her. I thought I did, but I just don't. I don't want to go about painting her really. So the kits that I have in my stash, she was going to be. I should preface this. Let's name him Doorknob. No, exactly. Just name him Doorknob. Um, So yeah, the doll that I'm talking about that I kind of want to sell to get a different kit, or put towards something else, because I kind of lost the motivation to really paint her. I didn't really super want to paint her that bad, but she's popular and she's pretty cute. She's just not. I don't want to paint her, to be honest. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I get a kit in person. I'm like, I don't really know if I want to paint that kit in person, seeing it in person. The kit I'm talking about is Reborn Patience. She's the kit that has Down syndrome, and she's cute. But I also don't like open-eyed kits that much, and especially painting them for the most part. I don't like painting them. And for her, I just don't really want to paint her. And she was going to be a custom for a lady. Um, Originally, I was going to paint her as a custom for a lady who lives in, I think, Scotland. She's that evil lady who commented on my video when I was talking about the lawsuit again. She's the lady who commented, was like, you know nothing, blah, 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 blah. She was actually trying to order a custom patience from me, but for 3 months, I kept asking her, so when you're going to put the down payment, I can't start on her until, for a while, Patience was sold out. Yes. And then she came back in stock, and I told her that she was in stock, and I bought the kit. And then she continued to say that she was having problems with the bank because she was in a different country. The bank wasn't letting her pay, and all this stuff, all these excuses, blah, 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 blah. And this went on for 3 months. And so finally, she kept messaging me, and I told her, I was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing this for you. I don't want to do a custom for you. This is not working. You still haven't paid me the down payment. You keep coming up with these excuses. Therefore, I'm just not going to pay. I won't. I don't want your business. And she was like, okay, cool. And I told her, you're probably better off, if the problem is with your bank, you're probably better off getting an artist to work to make you a custom in your country. Just she was like, okay, cool, no hard feelings. And I was like, yeah, I just can't deal with this back and forth. Are you gonna pay me or not? So yeah, and then so I thought we were fine. I thought she left off on the point where she was like, okay, cool. I thought we were fine. She understood where I was coming from. That it had been 3 months at that point, and she still hadn't paid me a cent. So I said I wasn't going to paint the doll for her. But then she commented on that video like, "Oh, I'm so glad that I never had a baby made by you. Blah blah blah. You're so ignorant, and I'm glad I never had a baby made by you. I'm glad I didn't go through getting that baby made for you." Acting like that option was still on the table for her. So that really pissed me off. That she was acting like I was still going to even make a baby for her. I'm the one who told her, "No, I'm not making this baby for you." But yeah, that kind of also soured that experience. So she was going to do the custom patients. So then I was like, well, I'll keep the kit and see if someone else wants a custom patients. And another lady contacted me last month, the month before that, something like that. I don't know. I'm losing track of days. She contacted me and says, was like, yeah, I want a custom patients. And I was going to break kind of my trend of doing ethnic babies, and I was going to do a like of olive dark Caucasian skin tone for her. I was going to try one of those for her, and I don't know what happened to her. She just stopped replying to me, so I guess I'm not doing her custom anymore. I don't know what's going on with people. This is also the reason why a lot of people don't do customs, because it's so tricky to get someone that actually will go through with the custom and be happy with it, with the end product. It's very, very difficult for you to trust people and people to trust you, I guess. So that's part of the issue. But so yeah, I'm really trying to sell this patient kit so I can do another kit, preferably closed eyes, because I've been doing a lot of open eyed, painting a lot of open eyed kits lately, and I'd like to go back to doing closed eye kits. So maybe I would love if patients had a closed eye kit. I think they're probably going to come out with a closed eye one. They usually do for their reborns. So that would be one I would definitely would paint, is a closed eye version of patients. But yeah, she has her eyes and everything, and I'm selling, and she's currently out of stock, I think, still. So I've been trying to sell her for a couple weeks, get rid of the kit, get another kit, closed eyed one. I would like to paint either another Skya, because I love Skya. She was my favorite. I loved painting her. She was so good to paint. Took paint beautifully. She turned out beautiful. Very nice to root. Being she was my first rooted doll. I loved Skya. I would love to paint another Reborn Skya asleep, or I would love to paint an Alma. So if anyone listening is interested in me painting one of those dolls for you, I can send you some pictures of my work if you haven't seen my work, and we can work out a price depending on what you would want. I would prefer to do ethnic skin tone, because that's what I enjoy painting. So if any of you guys are interested in one of those Reborns, my dolls are my way to use all the wonderful horrible names I couldn't use on a real child, because there's no way I can name a real child Ophelia or Fergus or Thel. That's fair. um, I have all boys, so they are named Jaden, David, Bentley, Luca, Malachi, Silas, Oliver. I really like all those names. I love boy names. Boy names are so fun to pick out. Um, I actually had a Luca. Luca was my which one was Luca? I can't remember. I've had a couple of dolls at this point in my collection. I feel bad for getting which one was Luca. I think Luca was my reborn Reese that I painted for myself. I like those names a lot. I was thinking actually Malachi was on my list of names that I was going to use for her. I like using like stereotypically boy names for girls. So like I know for sure her middle name is going to be James with a Y, Jaymes. I love that middle name for a girl. Could be her first name, but I haven't decided. But it's definitely going to be part of her name is James. Bertha Fannie Mae. Wow. Hello, Jatina. That's quite a name. Bertha Fannie Mae. Amazing. Hello. I don't know what was that. Bottle babies reborns. How are you? People are crazy. Yes, people are crazy. Can I see her? I'm looking to buy kids. Which one? I'm sorry. I kind of lost track of I was catching up with the comments. Which kid are you talking about? Um, I'd love, I love to, but I'm poor. 5 kids, but someday that's fair. I want an AA baby boy. Sorry, I just got a message. Tell me which kit you're talking about. But the kits I have right now currently is Reborn Patience Awake, and I also have Jenny asleep. So she's on my table after my Harlow kit is Jenny. Jenny is this one. So she'll be a ready baby. Like I'll be painting her to sell. So she I really like her. I think she's gonna turn out really cute. I love the little lip on her. A lot of people don't actually like her, but I think she's so cute. So I love the lip, and her limbs are really cute as well. I can show you her limbs, and I like her size as well. She's a pretty good size. So here's one arm on her. And then her other hand is pretty similar. And then these are her little legs. So yeah, I'll be starting on her maybe this weekend. I don't know. Her little feet. She's obviously all the Reborn kits are super, super detailed, and she is no exception. Like, look at all the creases on her feet. I don't know if you can even see all of them, but she has so many creases on her feet. So she'll be fun. She'll be a fun little challenge to paint. Her feet has so much detail on them. So do her hands, but her feet are really something. They're really, really detailed. So yeah, that's Jenny, Reborn Jenny. And then this is the Patience, and she's the one that has Down syndrome. Patience Awake. So yeah, she's a bigger baby. She's about 21 inches when she's done, so she'll fit 0 to 3 months perfectly. But yeah, she's not my favorite. I'm probably, like I said, gonna sell her kit and buy a different kit. But you can see she's quite chunky. I think they scanned her at an older age. I think they scanned her at 2 months old, so she was getting chunky at that age. So her little legs. I don't want to take her out and touch her too much, because if I do sell her, which is the plan, I want her to be basically untouched. But yeah, she is cute, but I'm sick of doing open-eyed babies at this point, and would love to either trade her kit to do an Alma or another Skya would be my preferred. I'm finishing Patient Awake as you speak. Yeah, she's very popular because, there's not a lot of doll kits that have Down syndrome. So, and if they are, they're not completely accurate. And obviously she's super accurate because she's a Reborn. So she was an actual baby. So she's as accurate as you can get for a baby with Down syndrome as far as features go. So yeah, she's very popular. Just, prefer her asleep. Would much prefer her to have a sleep version. I think she would be so cute with her chunky limbs asleep. I think she would be really sweet asleep. I think I think on her pictures there's pictures of her asleep, and she looks really cute. So. Do you get all your babies from Bountiful Baby? Currently, yes, I get all my kits from Bountiful Baby, except for Harlow's kit. I bought her off of someone else. She is a limited edition kit, so she's not on Bountiful Baby. She is off of McPherson's. She is Harlow by Laura Tuzier Ross. So she's a limited edition of, I think, 1,000 or something. I could show you her COA somewhere in my crazy drawer of stuff. The sheer amount of stuff I have in this drawer is absolutely insane. Do you guys have a junk drawer? Because I have a junk drawer. I have a couple of junk drawers. I really need to do some spring cleaning. Her COA is somewhere in here. So I can show you what she looks like complete. Well, that's Levi. That's my Levi's COA. That's weird. I don't know. Oh, is this it? Yes. Here is her COA. Do you make AA babies or just biracial? I'm working my way towards doing like full-on deep AA skin tones, but so far I've only been able to get like a medium skin tone. Just because I'm kind of impatient, you know. But yeah, so this is the kit that I'm working on. Her COA. She is 959 out of 2,000. So these are her prototype pictures. What she looks like completed. I would love to get this skin tone. That's what I'm trying to work towards for her. Is this skin tone. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. So yeah, I bought her off of someone. I bought her kit off of someone else who was selling her secondhand. Her kit secondhand, untouched, obviously unpainted, but it was secondhand, so she was cheaper, much cheaper than she is online, which was great, and her shipping was free. The only thing is that she didn't come with a body or eyes, so that's the thing I have to buy. But she would have been more expensive, obviously, if I bought the kit full price and then also had to buy the body and the eyes. So Carlo is just, she's so cute. I cannot wait to. So my version will have green eyes and yeah. I'll show you how I do full AA sometime. I would love that. Yes. Show me. I always love seeing how people work. Are you rooting her? Yes, I am. Let me show you her hair that I'm going to use for her. I already had this hair because I was going to do it for custom that I was talking about. I was going to use this hair for the custom, but I'm going to use it for her, and I think it's going to look really, really cute on her. It's high quality hair as well. No, I was gonna use this for another custom that also didn't work out for whatever reason. But yeah, the person didn't have enough funds, and even though I do payment plans, it is what it is. But yeah, so I am going to be rooting her with this. It's Slumberland brand hair, so I'll show you that hair. So this hair is it's a Canadian, it's out of Canada, basically, and it doesn't actually take that long to arrive. I think it took like a week maybe. So it's yeah, deep dark brown and it's wavy. So it looks like that. So I'm really excited. It might not be enough hair for her big old head, but I'm hoping to make it enough hair for her big old head because Slumberland hair is a little expensive. So I'm hoping this will get through her whole head. It's half an ounce, which should be enough. But this was $30, so hopefully I don't have too much waste and I don't mess up too much. But I think it's going to look good with her skin tone and her green eyes. Hi, Patty. Yeah, school is going great. Midterms. But I don't have like really big midterms. Like all I have is papers, and because my level in school now, that most of my midterms aren't like actual exams. They're papers. I have a junk drawer in every room of my house. Yeah, I understand that. Do you like Slumberland? So from what I can tell, I like the way it feels. Obviously, I haven't rooted it yet, so I don't know how it's going to root, because hair might feel good, but it might not root easily, is my concern. And it's also not like bundled, so that's my concern as well. It's not like held together anyway. Um, can I cut it in half? I might. I want to do that, but I'm also scared that if I cut it in half, that it'll be too short when I root it because I want her to have longer hair so I can then cut it down if I need to. So I haven't decided if I want to actually cut the hair in half before I start rooting with it. But it's very soft. It's very nice hair, but I just don't know how it's gonna root. From what I've read on the forums, this is some of the best hair to get, so that's why I ended up getting it. And if push comes to shove, I'll end up like rooting her halfway done, running out of hair, and just eventually getting her more. So, where are you going to school to be? So right now I'm in my undergrad still. I should be graduating. Well, I will be. I don't know why I'm saying should. I will be graduating next year from undergrad with a degree in philosophy, and my minor is biology. But I am going to be going to med school, and hopefully becoming an orthopedic surgeon. Although I'm not sure exactly. I just know that I will be going to med school. It depends because a lot of people go into med school and they end up doing something completely different. I haven't gotten accepted into med school yet, so no congratulations yet because I my school doesn't have a pre-med program. So while I am definitely technically pre-med because of the requirements that I fulfilled, I got a little bit behind. So in between graduating next year and going to med school, I'll be taking a year to do a program which is called a post baccalaureate program. It's a year-long program that more and more schools are starting to offer. It prepares you to take the MCAT, which is the big medical school exam, entrance exam, and I'll be getting like my last few like I'll be taking physics and organic chemistry, and it's all through that program. It's kind of basically like a fifth year kind of undergrad program, but it's specifically for people who are going to med school. So I'll get a lot of support in that. And since I'll be doing that anyway, I'll be moving back to my hometown in Maryland. So I'm supported by family, and while I'm in that post-bac program, I'll be reestablishing residency in Maryland. Currently, I'm in North Carolina, so while I'm in that post-bac program, I'll be reestablishing residency in Maryland so that when I finish that, I can go to med school in Maryland and be considered in-state. So that's the plan as of now. Life throws some things at you, things change, but that seems like to be the solid plan right now. So just thought, like I said, I would go get my sweet little guy here for you guys. He's the one in the thumbnail. But yeah, so this is my Levi kit. His name is Amias, like I said. I show a little favoritism to him, but that's just because he's so cute. With your determination, you will be on your way, but the congratulations will always be there for you. Thank you. But yeah, so Amias is just so realistic. Look at him. The sweetest little boy. His hat is so cute on him. Pull it back a little bit. But yeah. Bye, April. Thank you for joining. But his little curled up legs, he's just so cuddly, so cute. That's that Levi lip right there. I'll probably go off live in a couple of minutes just because now I have nothing really to say. I put the layer on her and now I can't do anything to her. Just like watch her paint dry. So I have nothing really to say. I'm just showing you guys now my cute guy. cute little Mias and his little outfit. I'll probably change him into some pajamas soon, like a sleeper or something. Bye, Denise. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with this cute little guy. I might make a video tomorrow, might go live tomorrow. Haven't decided what I'm doing tomorrow. I have plans with a friend to see a movie, so whatever I decide to do after that, I don't know. But I also have a lot of things to go take to the thrift shop tomorrow, so I'll be doing that as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will have to talk to you guys in the next live. I love going live, so I've been trying to go live as much as I can because I love to. I just love the chat. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and who've been sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and I'll do more stuff like that as I come up with creative ideas and stuff like that. So thank you guys. Have a good weekend. If I do not talk to you guys again this weekend, have a good weekend. Sorry, Ann, you're showing up just as I'm leaving. I'm signing off. I'm tired. Gonna go play The Sims and wait for her paint to dry and then put another layer on her after I bake her and blah blah blah, etc. etc. So yeah, Ann, I'm sorry you're just showing back up, but you can rewatch the live. All right, see you guys. Say bye.